This is Miss Cheryl. This is Miss Cheryl from Sacred Heart Montessori, and I am so excited that we are going to do some addition today with our golden bead cards that's going to let us do regrouping. So we'll have to make a trade where we need to trade in 10 of one category for something else. It's just like we were practicing last week with our regrouping games. So what you need is your movable alphabet box that has your golden bead cards and your place value cards. And what you'll want to do is find a space where you can get everything set up and have some space to work. Oh, and before we get out our cards, what are they made out of? Paper. And so we need to make sure that our hands are clean and dry, and that we don't have any food or drink near us so that they stay really nice, because paper is pretty fragile, right? So if you need to, you can pause the video and make sure you have your place value cards set up. Let me make sure you can see them. We'll start with our units. One's placed there, and then the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands. And then I'll put my cards here: units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So you can pause the video now and get everything set up, and then start it again when you're ready. Are you ready? All right, so today the equation that we're going to do is on one that's on the paper that we sent. If you don't have the paper with you, that's okay. We're going to do it here together. I'll show it to you, and then you can try one on your own later. So you don't need your paper right now. We'll just look at mine together. Okay, so let's look at our first quantity here. Can you help me read it? We'll start with the thousands. 3,000, 500, 6, 10, 8. Let's see if we can, let's say it again, and we'll see if we can remember to get it out ourselves. 3,000, 500, 6, 10, 8. We'll keep saying that. 3,000, 500, 6, 10, 8. So I've got my 3,000, 500, 6, 10. Hard to pick these up sometimes, isn't it? 6, 10, and 8. Okay. Oh, you can't see that. Let's turn it. There we go. 3,500, 6, 10, 8. And now we can form this quantity with the golden bead cards. Okay, so I realize the lighting might not be great for you to see what's on the cards, but I'll try and hold it so you can see it. The first thing we're going to do is, I need more space here. Make our first quantity. We'll start with the ones. Ooh, how many unit beads do we need? 8. 8 is 5 and 3. 8 is 5 and 3. So I'm going to arrange my units so I can tell just by looking, and you can tell too, how many there are. So there is a 4 square. I'll make it a 5 pyramid. And then I need 3 more. I'm going to put this right up next to here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so there's my 8 units. And then we will have, how many 10 bars do we need? That says 6 10. Let's get 6 10. 6 is 5 and 1. Okay. Getting out our, oh, can you see? It's so hard to see, isn't it? Maybe if I tilt it like that. 10 bars. Okay, here we go. I'll make a 4 square. Is that enough? No. Make it a 5 pyramid. But we need 6 10s. 6 is 5 and 1. 6 10 bars. Next, we need 500. So 500 squares. That'll be easy. We just make a 5 pyramid. I'm noticing I'm not going to have room for my thousands. So I'm going to slide my units over. Okay, make sure you can still see them. Slide my 10 bars over, 6 tens. And I will slide, then I'll do my hundreds next. So I need 500 squares. And you can be making this quantity with your cards. And if ever you need more time, you can just pause the video and then replay when you're ready. 4, one more makes 5. 5, but not just 5, it's 5 what? 500 squares. All right, and last we need 3,000 cubes. So here is the 1,000 cube, and I'll put 3 here. Okay, so now we have our first quantity made. How many thousands? 3,000, 500, 6, 10, 8. And now we're ready to make our second quantity. So let's see if we can read the second quantity together. How many thousands? 1,000, 300, 110, 3. That'll be a lot smaller. 1,000, 300, 110, 3. Okay, so there you can see it. 1,300, 110, 3. See if you can get that quantity with your place value cards. Pause the video if you need to. Now we'll see if we can make this quantity. Let's start with our units. We need 3 units. I'll get my unit bead cards. There they are. And 3 is almost. There we go. Almost a 4 square, but there's a missing corner. Okay, next we need 10. Just 1 10 bar. 1 10 bar. That's easy. Then we need 300. We'll get 300 squares. And last we need 1,000 cube. All right. Do you have your 2 quantities set up like this? So what we're going to do is we will stack up our number cards. 3,000, 500, 6, 10, 8 was our first quantity. Some people call it sometimes we call it a set. And then our second quantity is, you can't see it, 1,000, 300, 110, 3. But we're not going to have these quantities anymore because we are joining these 2 sets together. So I'm going to flip them upside down so I remember that we don't have those numbers anymore. And we're going to just start joining. Now, when we're joining quantities together, we are always going to start with the units, with the smallest category. So let's take a look over here at our units and see what we can do. All right, so here we have 8, we have 5 and 3, and here we have 3 more we get to join with it. I'm going to start joining these units. We have 5 and 4. Hey, look at that. 5 and 5 makes 10. We have 10 units. Do you remember what we can trade 10 units for? 10 units is the same as a 10 bar. So we call this, I wish you could see this better, but you have it in front of you so you can look at yours. A 10 bar is the same as 10 unit beads. And it's a lot easier to tell with the real golden beads in the classroom. Kind of have to use our imaginations with the cards, don't we? So I'm going to make a trade, or the math word is regrouping. So for this 10 bar is the same as these 10 units. I see 5 and 5 makes 10. Now, if you want to, we could also count them because I know you guys are really good at counting too. But we know that when we have 5 and 5, it's 10. So I'm going to trade these. The stack of 10 unit beads is the same as a 10 bar. So I'll bring a 10 bar because it's the exact same amount, right? They're both 10. And I'm going to add this extra 10 bar down here when we join those. And now what's left? I only have 1 unit left. So I'm going to label my 1 unit. Now, let's see how many 10 bars we have. So here we started with 5 and 1. That's 6 10s here. And then 1 more here. And then here is the 10 bar that we regrouped from the 10 unit beads. So we're going to start joining these together. We're adding them. Oh, look, now we have 5 and 3. That is 8 10s. We have 8 10s. So I will find the card here for 8 10s and label our new quantity of 10 bars. All right, now we're ready. We did the units. We joined the 10 bars. Now we're ready to join the 100 squares. So I had 5 in my first quantity, and I'm joining 3 more. So now what do I have? 5 and 3. What's that? 800. So I'll get the card for 800 because we have 800 squares, and I'll label that quantity. All right, last category is we did units, tens, hundreds. Now we'll do our thousands. So we had 3,000 in our first quantity, and we have 1,000 in our second. We join them. And what's that? 4,000. 4,000 cubes. So here is the card for 4,000. So I will label it here. And now we have our new quantity. It is 4,800, 810, 1. All right, so there is our new quantity. We call this the sum. 4,800, 810, 1. So what I can do is I could write that on this paper. And you don't have to do it this time. We'll do more practice with this later on this week. But what we'll do is I can write, as I'm doing the addition, I can start writing my sum here. So I'll show you how we do write it on paper. We'll do that next time. We don't need to do it this time since we use the cards. So now if you want to, if you think you could try this all on your own, you could try the next equation. I'm going to hold this here, and if you want to do this one all on your own, give it a try. You can pause the video and maybe write this down, or go ahead and get the quantities with your number cards. I'll read it with you. 2,000, 500, 7, 10, 9. And then we're going to add, that's a plus sign, 1,000, 300, 110, 5. I just forgot. We can make our equation right here with the number cards we have. So here we have our sum, which is the equation, the quantity that we made when we joined the two sets together. But we still have the cards right here for our first two sets. And I'm going to maybe see if I can bring the camera a little bit closer to make it easier for you to see. But what we need is our plus sign. So we can make our equation right here. All right, let's see if I can show it to you. So we have our first quantity, 3,500, 610, 8, plus 1,300, 110, 3. And that equals, I could get out an equal sign, our sum is 4,800, 810, 1. We did it! All right, and we'll keep practicing until this gets really easy for you too.